But you have Dampen Harm up for that, so that's good. All right, let's move on to Oregorger. Or Oregorger.
You mean Ogre?
Ogre. One of those. Okay.
So.
Let's go back in reverse order this time. Let's toss it up.
Uh-oh.
All right, Mistweavers.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable now.
Chai just wants to talk longer.
Yeah. you guys have
really
been talking too much. It's my turn. All right. Life Cocoon. Again, this is fantastic for Acid Torrent. When you hit them on the tank, it absorbs it and will really lessen the damage that hits the rest of your raid, which is fantastic. So it counts as mitigation. So use it there. Make sure it's part of that cooldown rotation. Talents. Chi Burst. This one's fantastic for phase 1 because it will hit the melee group if you hit it right, and then we'll wait a second and then hit them. And I have heard that it resets its diminishing returns when it does that. So you'll get full healing on both groups, which is really, really nice. And you'll basically hit your entire group. Chi Torpedo. You're going to be doing a lot of rolling in phase 2. Might as well get some healing and damage out of it. And Pool of Mists, you're going to be wanting all of those renewing mists for phase 2 when your people are running around getting hit like morons. So always good to have as many renewing mists as possible. Dampen Harm, you can set this if you're going to be in a danger zone. It'll save you from getting a direct hit. So it's really nice. All right, and we'll go on to Windwalking. Here.
Windwalker, Oregorger. Hey, single target fight. So, Serenity, Chi Brew, LOL win.
Right.
I mean, you're as a melee, usually it's, range group, boss, tanks, boss, and then melee group. So it is a good fight that, again, Chi Burst could work out well if it's not bugged, where you can heal your group, heal the other group. Otherwise, I've been playing around a lot with Zen Sphere lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just keep it on another melee, because especially if you have 2 separate groups, put one in your group, put one in the other group. That way, it's always helping out with the damage taken, and it's nice to have some utility, right?
Right.
Healing. As far as the rolling phase, it's good. You can use Storm Earth and Fire on the boxes, so you can be like that proverbial kung fu master chopping the wood. It's nice. Get some extra damage, because as a melee, that entire segment sucks. There's no doubt about it. Range have a big advantage. So we can at least help out there. Crackling Jade Lightning, if you really must. There's no boxes up and you're just sitting there rolling around. Transcendence is very important if you know where you want to be and you have to get there fast and you want to get out of danger. I always thought it'd be kind of nice to set it up down a hallway, and as he's rolling towards you, Transcendence behind him.
Yeah, that's a pro move if you can pull that off.
I just want to do it just to see if I can.
Right.
Not sure my raid leader would like me dying as much, though.
Well, just have Dampen Harm up and you'll be fine.
Well, see, I like Diffuse Magic, personally, because you're taking us a lot of damage overall. And every hit, it's not... I don't know if every hit is big enough to trigger the later stages will be big enough to trigger, but you just stopping all damage, period, and especially if you're getting to the end and you're about to die, that's 6 seconds of, almost invulnerability with Zen Meditation to help out too, unless that's physical damage. Well, it's not a melee swing, so you should be fine. So there are parts of our toolkit that will keep us alive a bit better. And that's about it, I think.
Okay.
Go DPS for the win.
All right, and Brewmasters.
I'll steal this one since LeBlue took the last one.
All right.
Yeah, go for it, buddy. Got you.
So one thing that a lot of guilds do is they have one tank actively tank the boss, and then they have another soak acid torrent. You probably shouldn't do that if you're a brewmaster. The benefit you get from resolve gives you huge guards. Basically mean you don't even need any other cooldowns for it. So I would definitely recommend tanking the boss, soaking acid torrent, and then swapping out for that one. It hits slightly harder in Mythic, though, so you probably want to use things like Dampen Harm, Fort Brew, and Zen Meditation, but beware that Zen Meditation can be interrupted if you use it too early. So you could be planning to have a 90% mitigation, you get interrupted, and then your entire raid dies, and they probably yell at you for it, which isn't a good thing to have. You can use Transcendence and kind of teleport like through the boss, if that makes sense, during a rolling phase. If you get trapped inside a corridor, which is really useful. If you can't though, oddly enough, you can parry a rolling Oregorger. So if you have any elusive brew stacks, then feel free to use them because for some reason you're able to parry it, and I don't quite know why, but I'm not going to complain.
Giant rolling death ball.
Yeah,
You
like,
dodge it.
Can't
Dodge
parry Gruel, but you can parry like a ball that's literally just rolling towards you. But I'm not even going to comment on that. Touch of Death is really useful in that phase as well, because like your huge health pool means that the crates just get destroyed. So if your guild's having any issues with certain crates, if you're trying to force them to go any certain way, you should make sure you're going that way and taking out the crate as quickly as possible there. I'll let Blue do talents there as well.
Yeah. Before I go to talents, I want to say the only tank that doesn't actively benefit from having resolve when taking Acid Torrent is a Paladin.
Really, Paladin?
Because they don't have their Shield of the Righteous isn't based off of resolve.
I was going to argue Sacred
I guess
Shield,
Druid,
but it's not that huge though.
Druid
so,
too,
yeah.
but like Warriors benefit, Death Knights benefit, Monk benefit. And I've never figured out why people do it as so often. It's kind of confusing to me.
Yeah.
And also for Mythic particularly, I like to place a Transcendence on one of the outer lanes where fire will never hit, because I've definitely gotten caught like in between like 3 different waves of fire coming at me and just been like,
Master, who cares? You just walk through it, like you don't get damaged.
Oh, I do that too, and yeah, I've definitely come out of that with like 1,000 health left, and people are like, "Oh, Blue's dead, wipe it." I'm like, "I'm not dead. I'm still good." Using no resolve, expel harms. I'm still good. But talents, dampen harm. It gives you an additional cooldown against the acid torrents. You want to use it for the acid torrents. Don't use it in phase 2 because you shouldn't. You can parry and dodge the roll because logic. Xuen is the 90 talent of choice here. It's a mostly single target fight, and you're gonna want to maximize your damage on him when you can. And if you're a scumbag like Mizame, you're gonna pop your unused trinkets and stuff when he's up as well.
You can also take Zen Sphere and put it onto a
DPS or your co-tank.
Yeah. Well, not just that. You can put it on other DPS during the actual crate phase to take it out.
And heal them in DPS. Okay, so I'm a horrible person for this. I was doing this out of habit with Zen Sphere. I was not putting it on a melee or a tank sometimes in phase 1. My healer instincts would actually kick in, and I was putting it on the ranged as an extra heal for when it exploded. And I'm probably terrible for doing it, but it was definitely there, and it was probably like exploding for like 6k on people. But
terrible's a strong word. Maybe unoptimal.
Zen Sphere is definitely the way to go for this though. Otherwise, just don't be bad like I am.
And so much
throw it on your ranged. It does, and I was sitting there throwing it on ranged for healing like an idiot. And then finally, your 100 talents. Chi Explosion or Serenity. Take your pick if you're uncomfortable, if you feel like taking a bit of damage. Serenity, which also makes it easier to always have that guard and have the Chi for guard every Acid Torrent. With Chi Explosion, you need to kind of be aware of when he's Acid Torrenting, where your Keg Smash cooldown, where Power Strike's cooldown is, so that you always have the Chi. Because I definitely once or twice got caught with my pants down and not having a guard, and my raid may or may not have taken more than minimum damage that they were going to take. So, yeah. Be careful. Make sure you're aware. Be a good monk. Don't be bad like LeBlue. Because, well, I'm a bad monk.
I mean, the first step's admitting it, LeBlue, so you're getting there. Like, it's okay.
Right. Next, next I'm going to stat crit like you.